Welcome everybody to wisetake.com MMA DFS podcast. I'm your host Jeff, aka Wigspitter, aka Wiggy Wiggleston, coming at you with another free 3 picks for your UFC 230 MMA DFS contest. Quick recap before we jump into the free 3 picks. Last week, Nordine Taleb, underwhelming performance against Sean Strickland. Thought he was going to have a little bit better performance. My hat's off to Sean Strickland. I had a 2-1 exposure, Nordine Taleb and Sean Strickland. So basically I had 2 lineups with Nordine Taleb and 1 with Sean Strickland. And then similar with T. Edwards. If you subscribe to wisetake.com, in my premium article, I did write that my concern for T. Edwards was the adrenaline dump, and it happened. The first one was when he basically tried unleashing heavy power shots and just gassed himself out for a quick second. Not that it was bad, and then got caught in that arm bar. I think that was the second adrenaline dump, and then that set up the head kick knockout stoppage by Don Madge. I only had minimal exposure to both those fighters just due to the fact that T. Edwards was so expensive, and then at the same time, Don Madge, I wasn't really expecting too much from him, especially him making his debut as well. But my value play of the day was Court McGee. He came through as I expected, beating a Alex Garcia with a gas tank cardio issues. Just grinded his way to a victory. Scored over 100 points, I believe, or 90 points, I believe, for a 7,500 salary, which is can't beat that. So without further ado, let's jump into today's picks. This fight card has changed multiple times. Initially, Chris Weidman was supposed to fight Luke Rockhold. Luke Rockhold had to fall out with an injury. Jacare Souza, who's now fighting Chris Weidman, was supposed to fight David Branch. Jason Knight, Jordan Rinaldi wasn't even on this card. I think they were a fill-in for the Dustin Poirier, Nate Diaz fallout. And Sajara Eubanks, who said she deserves a title shot at 3-2, going up against Roxanne Modafferi. Originally, she was supposed to fight Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina Bullet Shevchenko, that's right. So, let's get into the picks. Starting out, I have Carl Roberson going up against Jack Marshman, 8,700. It's a nice mid-level salary. Going up against a guy like Marshman, who has, for one, he has a low fight IQ. Tends to just look out of sorts in there. I think Carl Roberson is going to have a chance to look like an elite fighter against Jack Marshman. And at 8,700, it still leaves you $8,260 to build around. And then the next fighter we are going to be targeting, it's almost a no-brainer. I love picking guys against this guy. It's Lyman Good going up against Ben Saunders. Ben Saunders has one of the worst chins in MMA. I believe he's been knocked out. I think he has 10 KO or TKO losses on his record. That's just insane to me. Lyman Good isn't necessarily a power striker, but against a guy like Ben Saunders, it does elevate his possibility of winning. And then the value guy of the week, let me see if I can find him, is Where'd it go? Oh, I'm sorry. Not value fighter of the week is Roxanne Modafferi. Roxanne Modafferi and Sijara Eubanks have fought before. They fought on the Tough Show. Sijara Eubanks did win that fight. I think this is going to be a different fight. Roxanne Modafferi has shown improvement over her last few fights. Not that she's necessarily a great fighter or like the next thing in women's MMA. She's a longtime veteran, and I think Sijara Eubanks has a chip on her shoulder, and she's trying to do the whole I'm better than everybody else type thing. But you haven't really shown it in the cage. And Roxanne Modafferi has shown improvement. And at 6,800, I think she has an opportunity to grind this fight to a decision. I think her striking is going to be just enough, and her takedown defense. And then even if it does go to the floor, I think both fighters will have transitions. I think they'll both have opportunities to take each other down. And just like it's going to be a grappling heavy contest. And I like the chances if this fight goes to a decision that Roxanne should be able to eke out a split decision. And at 6,800, you definitely can get that into your lineup. It's going to be a great value punt play. Leaves you a lot of flexibility to build around. It leaves you $8,333 for the rest of your lineup. Once again, if you're not a wisetake.com subscriber, head on over to wisetake.com. MMA single event passes are only $4.99. You will pick up all the premium articles, the cheat sheet that I put out, the win probability sheet, live Vegas odds that you can find. I have them directly linked into a sheet, so you don't have to go searching for it, as well as any information that I come across during fight week, especially after weigh-ins. You know, if some of the guys look abnormal, or they just don't look good, or late fight news, I try to keep you up to date as best as possible. And that's only $4.99. But the most bang for the buck is $24.99. That's the All Sport Monthly Pass, which you will gain access to all sports: NFL, NBA, NHL, NHL's on fire, PGA, NASCAR, college football, of course mixed martial arts, MMA. You'll get all the projection models, strategy sessions, live streams, and then the best part of it all is the VIP premium access to the Slack chat, where all of our members and also all the staff are in and out of every chat room, just chatting it up with everybody, breaking it down, going over strategy, helping people with lineup construction. It's an awesome thing. And it's only $24.99. Pick yourself up an All Sports Monthly Package. You will not be disappointed. I'm telling you right now. A lot of our members are winning with some commas next to their names. So, but with the advertising out of the way, I'd like to thank you again for taking the time out for listening to me talk about MMA DFS, and I hope that to see you in the All Sports VIP Slack chat. Chat it up. Hit me up in the MMA section, or I'm always in and out of the NBA, NHL. I'm in pretty much all of them. So hit me up. Hit at Wiggy Wiggleson when you're inside the Slack chat. Just hit me up. You can chop it up about whatever you want. But if you're listening to us on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, leave us those 5-star reviews. If you're watching us on Facebook, if you're listening to it or watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. We put out this free content. We put out a lot of free content for you guys. As always, have fun and make that money.
Yes.